Alright, now here's the scoop here. If you guys remember, we had a key for the tailgate, we had a key for the door, and the door key is working fabulous. But unfortunately, neither one of them are working this ignition right here. Now, what you would do in this situation, it's interesting, is that the door key, it's missing 2 cuts, obviously, so we would progress 1 and 2. Now, here's the thing where your skills are going to come in handy. A key that is still missing the 2 cuts, when put in the lock, I don't even know if it's the key for the tailgate of the door, is going to bind, very much so, and it's not going to want to draw out. That's a judgment call you need to make, whether you're going to work on this thing or not. You're going to be able to feel it if it's binding up. You know, sometimes if the cuts are close enough, even if you don't have them, the ignition will turn over and just really press into there, the markings. And, you know, first thing you do after you make a key for a Ford 8 cut, try it in the ignition. Sometimes those last 2 cuts are both 1s, or sometimes there's a 1 and a 2, something like this, and it just presses right in and just impressions itself instantly because you're just so close. So always try that. As soon as you get a good working door key, try it in the ignition. Don't force it, but just try it. Sometimes you'll save yourself a ton of time progressing those last 2 cuts. But this is a situation where a locksmith skills are going to come in handy, because we have a different key for the tailgate, different key for the door, and what it feels to be a different key for the ignition. The funny thing is it may be the same key, but in this car that's been Frankensteined, you know, as you guys can see, this thing is really just kind of torn apart here. It's probably going to have a different key. The customer told us that he had a key for the ignition, key for the doors, and I definitely trust him on that one. We didn't know we had 3 different keys, but in this situation, don't tear your hair out. Just swap out that ignition, do it right, and we're going to start by removing this cap right here.